Hello and welcome back to Rabbit Reads, where we are on chapter 26 of Skulduggery Pleasant, entitled The Last of Us. ... Now, last we left off, Ghastly had just used the earth element to save himself from the White Cleaver. Now, we don't know exactly what happened to Ghastly, if he's still alive or whatnot. But what we do know is that Serpine has the scepter, and that Stephanie is most likely an ancient. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in chapter 26. And without further ado, here we go. Each and Meritorious waited in the shadow of Dublin's Christ Church Cathedral, watching the world go about its business. There were times when he felt guilty about hiding magic from the masses, when he felt sure that they would embrace the wonder and the beauty if only they were given the opportunity. But then he'd come to his senses and realize that humankind had enough things to worry about without subculture that they might see as a threat to their very validity. As an elder, it was his job to protect the outside world from the truths they weren't yet ready to know. Morwenna Crow walked up, her dark robes flowing over the grass. She was as clean and as elegant as the day he had first met her. "It's not like Skulduggery Pleasant to be late." Sagacious said he sounded urgent, Meritorious said. "He may have run into some difficulty." Morwenna looked around the corner of the cathedral to the busy street beyond the railing. Bright lights, amber and yellow, framed her face. She seemed almost angelic. "I don't like meeting out in the open like this. We're too exposed. He should know better." "Skulduggery picked this place for a reason," Meritorious said gently. "I trust his judgment. He's earned that much, at least." They turned as Sagacious Tome appeared beside them, fading up from nothing. "Sagacious," Meritorious said, "did Skulduggery say why he wanted to meet us here?" Sagacious looked nervous as the materialization completed and he became solid. "I'm sorry, Morwenna. Oh. I'm sorry, Morwenna. He just told me to make sure both of you were outside the cathedral." This had better be good," she said. "We don't have a lot of time to spare these days. Serpine could strike anywhere at any time." Meritorious watched Sagacious smile sadly. "That's very true," Sagacious said. "And if I may, I just want to take this opportunity to let you both know, in the times when we were friends, they were great times indeed." Morwenna laughed. We're not dead yet, Sagacious." And then he looked at her and the smile turned to something else. "Actually, Morwenna, you are." The hollow men converged and Sagacious faded to nothing. Meritorious didn't even have time to register the betrayal before he saw Serpine striding towards them, holding the scepter. He instinctively conjured a protective shield that made the air glimmer, but when the crystal flashed, the black lightning came right through the shield like it wasn't even there. And then there was nothing. The administrator charged through a crowd outside the Olympia Theater, drawing a chorus of angry shouts and curses. He stumbled, but managed to stay up, managed to keep running. He glanced behind. He couldn't see anyone pursuing him. He didn't think he had been seen, but he couldn't be sure. He had been standing by the car when Nefarian Serpine had appeared. He had seen Meritorious explode into dust and ash, saw the black lightning strike Morwena Crow as she tried to rush her enemies. He had ducked down, terrified. Tom betrayed them. Tom betrayed them all. The administrator had abandoned the car and started running. He had to get back to the sanctuary. He had to warn the others. So, Sagacious Tome... so that's the end of chapter 26. Sagacious Tome. Apparently not the best guy to leave your trust in, as he apparently has been working with Serpine this entire time. What that means for the story and for the rest of the characters, I have no idea, as Sagacious is an elder. And that just seems like it's going to spell more trouble for Skulduggery, Valkyrie, and Tanith. Tanith. And that... I don't know how they're going to fix that. But we shall see in the next chapter. But until then, thank you guys so much for listening to this one. If you liked it, you know what to do. Keep things crazy. And I'll see you guys in the next one.